champions the world has ever seen. All who witness their power fear them. All who try to stop them fail. Now, at last, they will face each other in the fight of the century, in the showdown of the millennium.
Miss me?
Freddy versus Jason.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Jazzy J 714 YouTube channel. I am Jazzy Jeff, and as you can tell from the title of the video as well as the description, that this is the end of an era. I am leaving Gen Rad, and the only reason why I'm doing a video is because I did a video when I joined Gen Rad, so I figured I would do a video now that I'm leaving Gen Rad. And I really, most importantly, just wanted to get out there. Thanks so much to Generation Rad, especially, I have to give a special shout out to OddPod, Retro Zone, as well as Retro Game Players. It was so much fun doing collaboration videos with you guys. It was great getting all of the shout outs and, you know, comments and fans and subscribers from your guys' channel checking out my stuff. But it's also been a really fun friendship that's formed, especially with OddPod as well as Retro Zone. You guys know who you are. I'm going to try my best not to name names or give too many shout-outs during this video because I know I'm going to forget certain people. But there's just certain members that I've gone on to be really good friends with online. And I consider them like my friend in person if I were to ever meet them. I got to give a special shout out to Pocket Rocket Radio. I believe we did some collaboration. If not, or if we didn't, I forgot. Please yell at me. But regardless, we had a lot of great conversations, and it was fun checking out a lot of your videos and commenting them. And this doesn't mean I'm gonna stop watching any of these videos, or this doesn't mean I'm gonna stop supporting anybody's channels or anything like that. But I just think at this juncture, for me and for some of the other members, I think it's just best that we go in our separate directions. But that being said, I did just have a few comments that I just wanted to make because the best videos are when something's on your mind. And essentially, I just kind of wanted to talk about groups and individuals and people working together. And it's very easy to say that you're in a group, but it's not so easy to feel like you're in a group. And I think this pretty much adheres to all things, not just YouTube groups or YouTube channels, but you know, it goes further beyond that. You know, your families, relationships, friendships, partnerships, businesses working together, whatever it is. There's got to be, you know, communication. And there's definitely got to be willing parties, you know, to go 50-50. You can't have somebody going 70 and the other person going 30, or one person going 90 and the other person not even showing up. But anyhow, that being said, one other quick note. I feel like I'm jumping all around, but I just telling it like it is. As soon as it pops up in my head, I'm going to spit it out. But no disrespect to any of the new Gen Rad members. Unfortunately, I just didn't really have time to get to know you guys. I felt like I gave ample time for everybody to talk about their channel and tell the group about themselves and what they were trying to do. Nobody really seemed to do that, at least from the new crew. But there were some people from the old crew as well that had, you know, came and gone or had just left, you know, before I got in. And it's tough, you know what I mean? It's tough managing people. It's tough, you know, linking up schedules. It's tough getting together. But I just personally feel, and I'm not scared saying this, that the group could have been run better. It could have been managed better. And I just feel like certain parties at certain times should have had a little bit more power to maybe do things or say things. And I'm sure there was times that people didn't even speak up and didn't say anything just because they didn't want to start anything. But I personally feel, and maybe others may not agree with me, but I'm just glad that I helped keep Generation Rad afloat. Because there was a period there, you can go back and check the dates where, Odd Pod had taken a break, and Retro Cynical had taken a break, and Retro Zone had taken a break, and I was really the only one just kind of pumping out videos there for several months. So to me, I feel a little bit more special because, I essentially helped keep the brand name alive while, a lot of the other bigger members, did what they needed to do. But everybody's got things going on in their life. Some of us have kids, some of us are aging, some of us have loans we got to pay, some of us have lost their jobs and we got to find new ones. Some of us are in new relationships, some of us are working on old relationships. So I get it. Work and jobs, are going to take up a lot of time. But at the end of the day, this has always been a hobby for me. This has been something that I just like to do for fun. And this is just, a gateway, another outlet to get away from reality and escape, the everyday tortures of work and terrible employers and terrible bosses and stupid employees. But at the same time, it can feel like YouTube is turning into work, and I totally get that aspect of it too. And for people that need to take breaks or need to take time off, that's perfectly fine. I've had to take breaks from YouTube before, just because it can feel like the to-do pile or the want-to-do pile is building up. I mean, I can't tell you how many things I've shelved because I just haven't had time to film it, or I haven't had properly time to edit the video or put it together the way I wanted to. And I'm sure a lot of members and other people watching that do YouTube, I'm sure you've been in similar situations. But at the end of the day, no harm, this wasn't meant to be any kind of nasty video. I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm not trying to attack anybody from Gen Rad. So if you're taking it that way, then you clearly misunderstood this video. But I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely some members of Gen Rad. After seeing their stuff, it's just not really my cup of tea. And I'm sure the same goes for my stuff. I'm sure there's people from Gen Rad that have seen my stuff, and they're like, that guy, he's low budget. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers. Where's his channel going? He doesn't really seem like he is a good fit. So, if that's the case, then, I'm going to hit the road, because I've essentially been running my YouTube channel all by myself for several years now, and I've amassed a lot more subscribers, a lot more views, and I've gotten a lot more comments than I thought I would have ever gotten for a hobby that I've dumped $0 into. And that is a fact. I'm not exaggerating. I have dumped $0 into this hobby. Even the tripod that I'm using right now, I got for free. And I feel like that is one of the best hobbies, is if you can find a hobby that you don't have to spend any money on, it makes it even that much better. And sure, there was times where I wish I could have afforded a better camera, and sure, there was times I wish I could have afforded a better computer setup sooner, or have gotten, maybe a better editing program and that sort of thing. But I've gotten through YouTube over the years from using everything free, from free editing programs to the free GIMP program, which allows you to make thumbnails, to other various free downloads and things online. And I'm not trying to monetize my videos, so it's not a big deal if one of them gets flagged, or if I get a copyright strike, or if I get some kind of bash against my YouTube page because I made a curse word in one of my videos or something like that. I mean, I've avoided all of the politics and all of the nonsense of YouTube that a lot of other people, including the Gen Rad members, have probably run into time and time again. So for a lot of you guys, I'm sure you're looking at YouTube in a more frustrated way, whereas I'm looking at it like it's a big party, because I pretty much come on here, do whatever the hell I want to do, and if I get views and get comments and get subscribers, that's awesome, but I'm just here to party and have fun. So, once again, I tried my best. to engage, some members and to really try and get some more, I guess, feedback from them and try to work with them. And it's been difficult and it's been rough. But like I said, we're all kind of on different streams. Some people are trying to be the next Markiplier or PewDiePie. Some people are aiming a little bit lower and they just want to be maybe like, I'm not even sure, like a YouTuber that's in the middle, you know what I mean? Like, but everybody's kind of aiming for different tiers. And, I'm not trying to be the angry video game nerd. I'm not trying to be Screw Attack, even though they're not around anymore. But that's a good example of like a small band of people creating something huge and getting to the top, even though they're not around anymore. I just wanted to say one last time, thanks so much, of course, to Joe Grotesque, who is the founder and head of Generation Rad. Thank you for reaching out to me and asking me to be a part of this group. And once again, this was not a video attacking you in any sort of way. But, when you're in charge, you're always going to have other people below you, look up and say, I feel like I could do things a little better. I feel like I could communicate a little better. I feel like I could implement some better ideas. I feel like I could actually go through with, doing a collaboration video. Everybody's going to have their, opinions, just like an asshole. Everybody has an asshole. Some of them smell worse than others. But I just kind of had some Gen Rad feelings on my chest. To all of the Gen Rad members that have left, obviously I'm still willing to work with you guys. If you have any other future projects, Dan, RetroZone, whenever you come back onto YouTube, if you do decide to collaborate, I'm available. Same thing with past former members like Pocket Rocket Radio and, whoever else. And that's pretty much it. So I'm curious to see the comments I get. I'm sure there's going to be maybe some hate coming my way. But hey, man, a comment is still a comment. Whether it's a thumbs down or a thumbs up, it still counts as positivity on my channel. And that's what YouTube should be about at the end of the day, is positivity and people with like interests working together, collaborating, doing videos together, popping up in each other's videos, talking about your YouTube and telling people what you're trying to do. Because if you don't tell people that, then it's going to be extremely difficult to collaborate with them and work with them. So this is kind of a video for the past, the present, and the future with, how to do it and how to do things right. And hopefully you got a little bit of knowledge. Everybody that's watching this, hopefully you picked up some knowledge about, forming an actual group and going through with it and collaborating and stuff, because there are groups out there that can make it happen. Screen Wave Media and several others, Cinemassacre's up there. You got to branch out. I mean, all of the big video game channels like, Pathania's Punk, the Game Chasers, et cetera, down the line, they've all kind of worked together and they popped up in each other's videos, and I think that's how you get your name out. I think that's how you get your image out. I think that's how you get your brand out. But what do I know? I barely have any subscribers. I don't have any views. I don't have any comments. So don't listen to me. Anyway, this has been Jazzy Jeff with this short, quick PSA. Once again, thanks so much for watching. But anyhow, good luck to the future of Generation Rad. And my hat is off to you guys.
Horror has many faces, but pure evil wears only one. And this is your final chance to see it. Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, rated R. Starts Friday, August 13th at a theater near you.